our words they never know, and so they stand up on the wall.
It's Monday, September 22nd, and you're tuned in to the People's Patriot Project WeP3 Weekly Debrief. Right now, you're listening to WeP3 Radio, proudly produced in partnership with the Reach Across America Radio. Together, we share a mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and teach future generations the value of freedom. Freedom secured by the brave men and women who wear our nation's uniform. Stay tuned for our WeP3 Weekly Debrief. Currently playing on WeP3 Radio, we have Mike Corrado with Stan.
We say prayers for those no longer with us, and the families who stand behind those who protect us. On the bus riding back to town, everyone gathers round.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
I figured it out. But I probably got to change my mic, don't I?
What did you figure out?
Figured out how to get our faces on the screen. Boom, here we go.
Got you.
So Frank gets to go to the pretty line. Oh, Fozzie. An animal. You know what? You know what happened? I guarantee you I know what happened. That devil animal in my house got up here. I'm going to look for some evidence.
You think there's going to be footprints or something?
No, there's probably going to be white hair from the animal of the seat. It's not allowed to do that, but it's earned its keep around here lately.
I used to have that. that ledge in my bedroom. Well, and the kids still did downstairs when we had cats. And we had just an aggressively playful one that, the kids would set their glass of water right up there behind them. That cat, if you didn't pay attention, would walk right up and look at you and tunk.
Yep. That's
Right
why
on your
they're from hinterland. Hinterland.
Yeah.
The land of darkness and lava, streams of lava. That's what those animals are from. Boom. Frank, did I ever tell you about those guys?
The who what?
Those two, Fozzie and Animal right there.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, I'm happy you got him up again.
Yeah. They were a gift. They were a gift to me by Sean Alderman of Magnus Foundation, Veterans Foundation. And we were there this last weekend, the weekend before, for some events. But hey,
He asked
you know
you to turn up, didn't he?
I'm off script.
You're so far off script right now. Hey. Oh, you just froze up a second. Welcome to our Monday. It's our Monday debrief brought to you by the People's Patriot Project. Our intro says Mark and Andrea. We used to have Jonathan. We now have Frank. We can't put everyone's name in there, so Mark's got a new one in the process. Hey, we're here to catch you up on what we've been up to over the past weeks and spotlight the amazing work others are doing to support the missions of service, service connections, and healing. We have to do a great big shout out. Last night's guests were amazing. Great conversation, great connections, great learning. I feel like I learned a lot too. We have some sponsors as well, and we are missing our friend Brian and hoping all is well with Brian. Brian sponsors our Monday debrief with his business called Smart Living. This is a business that's all focused on American-made wellness products. He's got a program set up where every new customer that comes through our People's Patriot Project references will also be, the company will also donate, some proceeds to the People's Patriot Project. I don't know why that took me so long to say. I got some information for you here for Brian. And then we also want to thank the Boho Hobos Hideaway. Oh, Peterson, I went out of order. Boho Hobos Hideaway. Right there, Miss Lauren Iozio. This cute little place is on Airbnb. Check it out. It's in Livingston, Texas. We've also got Catch 22 with Derek Iozio, who I think I just saw a minute ago. He posted something just a minute ago. Catch 22 is peer support. He is very active in the peer support groups. He's amazing. The Godfather, we call him. Then we have Operation Texas Strong. Operation Texas Strong takes the RVs, campers, trailers that you don't need anymore and donate to them. And they help homeless veterans make those into loving homes. And then you guys, let me throw in the boho hub. You guys, I'm going to go stay at Lauren's Airbnb. It is so cute out there in Livingston, Texas. And then we've got these guys that we need to mention. We have Lee Mosler he's actually the founder. He's not with them. The founder of Ruck Digital, helping us. And I believe we got some meetings coming up with everybody that I'm mentioning here. So Mosler is Ruck Digital. And then we've got Stephen Rainwater. And he comes to us with Builder Growth Engine. When Peterson is impressed by the stuff that they can do and get done and bring to the table, man, you know it is good stuff. Thank you, Stephen Rainwater. And then we have Luke Porter with Moving Tree Media. And Luke has been helping us. I hate to say, but really, truly in the background, but it's pushing us to the foreground. He helps so much with social media, clips and what are those things? Reels, and just helping us reinforce the messages that we put out there. Truly, truly, truly an amazing dude with a great company, bringing his son into the business. So thank you. Thank you to all of those companies. We probably better throw this out. Whoop, whoop. Joe Mish. It's Mish. Joe Mish with Temple Massager. You guys, we didn't talk about him much last night. Dude invented this Temple Massager, and it is amazing. Massage your temples before you go to bed. Massage them when you wake up. Massage them when you get a headache. In Peterson's case, just massage them whenever you might be crabby. It helps a ton.
All the time.
And thanks to the great people at Wreaths Across America. The head office, they're awesome. I have a learning thing coming up next Tuesday. A region, that's our region people. And so out there in Maine, they're starting to think about like when we start rolling these wreaths together. I think I shared last year a whole video on how these wreaths are made. They're handmade, very loving care. Where see that wreath? Handmade from the boughs of the balsam trees on the tree line ridge that they come from. It's beautiful. So thank you to them. And they also have a radio station, Wreaths Across America Radio, which they just host our radio station as well. We've done some interviews with them. We've done some work with them. There'll be more. There'll be more and more work with the radio station. But it's been a cool ride so far. It's been fun. So thank you to all of those people that we mentioned. And Frank over here.
Who, me?
Frank,
He's running the show now. It's all him behind the scenes.
Well, when he's not writing his book, we can't interrupt on that.
Yeah, I got plenty of time.
On that time. Well, I hate when your boss gets upset when you're tardy or something.
Yeah, she's fine.
He doesn't share that phone number with us, by the way.
Yeah.
But, Peterson, you're busy over there. What are you doing?
Me? Ted Garing's trying to get hold of me. I'm not sure what is being dictated over the voicemails. Not anything that I know. So I'm pretty sure that that's not what he's saying.
Oh, interesting.
And then I just had a company come and spray for critters in my house. So I have someone asking me, when can I let the devil beast out so they don't drink the stuff that the other animals die from. So because we don't want her to be more powerful and more vicious drinking.
Like a Spider-Man. Like a Spider-Man cat.
The nectar of the hinterland beast. That's So
I have a question. People
okay.
that are
let's screen questions now.
It's on this topic though. Like this has always been my concern because cats eat mice, right? Sometimes a dog will eat a mouse.
Yeah.
If a mouse has been poisoned and a cat or a dog eats it, does a cat or a dog get poisoned as well? No, stop. You just stop.
It's normally a good practice if you're using poison to kill mice that you run around and pick up carcasses before your animals can get a hold of them.
Okay.
Well, the mice has a different bait and they bait them, and then apparently they get some kind of weird and they run off into the world, and I don't know what that means, but that's what they,
well, a lot of the poison that's used for mice, there's a little cubes that you can put out, and they go into traps and they eat them, and then they look for water because they're internal organs are not doing well.
How
That's
have
why
you
they're-
learned so much from this, Frank? Well, I mean, you are like the
Well, I lived in Kentucky. I lived in New Jersey. I lived in Chicago. I lived in Northern Virginia. And the one thing they all had in common was mice. And so up until I met my wonderful wife, I never had animals. So I didn't really worry about it much. But once we got married, I started looking into it because our pups, just like everybody else's animals, they're just like part of the family. They're just not pets.
Nope, they're family.
I'm all about thinning the herd. It don't matter. Let's just thin it all. Thin it in every way possible. That's what I say.
I feel like I just had that conversation with someone the other day.
Not with me, but it was in a different context.
No, I referenced you because I was like, ooh, that is kind of what our founder
Well, we got 4 dogs now. We,
Huh.
the height of our petdom, we had 4 dogs and 2 cats. And when the last cat went over the bridge, we decided that we weren't going to do cats anymore because when they get old, they tend to forget where the litter box is.
Yep.
The cats in my space will find something else before they forget that they don't know where that is. That's they're going to go fishing or something. Something's going to happen.
Yeah, well,
I don't love these animals that much, just for the record. And
I was always a dog guy. I don't know.
I love dogs a lot too until I met Andrea's, and then I learned to not like them.
Well, they like you, so sorry.
They like you a lot.
Not like that.
Not that much. Not.
Oh. That's always embarrassing.
My old dog might have, but no.
No, he's all up in my junk. I don't know what that's all about.
Stop.
Maybe he's looking for that wiener basket.
Oh, what?
The sloppy wiener.
That's the sloppy wiener deliciousness that people are referring to right now, and it is something that I fully consumed. I'll be honest with you. Oh, Andrea got to it before I did.
Boy, that looks good.
Truth of the matter is, 3 people put their mouth and belly around this bad boy, and it didn't even get halfway finished, for the record.
Yeah, not even close.
That is a quarter-pounder wiener. I've never seen one with such size before.
I don't remember it being as wrinkly as it shows in the picture.
Oh,
Why is it so wrinkly? What? I just saw 2 guys here. Like you got embarrassed. It was easy.
not
That
embarrassed.
was too easy.
Just can't believe we can get away with this. That's what I.
Oh, it was too easy.
The sloppy wiener of deliciousness is the name of the dish. One more time. It
Nathan,
was a quarter-pound wiener laying on a bed of pulled pork within a bun and drizzled with mustard on a bed of French fries with 2 of the best. We commented about this last night. Literally the best chicken tenders I've ever had in my life. They were cooked perfectly. They were moist. They were juicy. They had this kind of honey mustard sauce on them. I thought it was gravy at first. Gravy would have gone well with this, a nice poutine country gravy, but I mean, I'm a poutine aficionado, so I know what I like on that. Nice earthy, bony brown gravy with some cheese curds. That's what it didn't have, cheese curds on it. That's what was missing. But it had. I'm not a sloppy Joe's. What do you guys call Sloppy Joe's anything else?
Just a barbecue.
Oh, you call it a barbecue, but nothing in it is really barbecue, just for the. But I also know some people call it loose meat sandwich.
What was the?
That's those crazy people in Minnesota.
Oh, nope. I don't know.
Here, loose meat. Huh.
But I typically don't like Sloppy Joe's, but this had a whole different another flavor. It was I enjoyed every part of the construction of the Brisby's sloppy wiener deliciousness.
Yeah, it looked good.
The cooks were really excited when they get to make it. They get excited in the back, and the lady, she said, "I want a sloppy wiener." That's what she said. And I'm like, that is not appropriate, ma'am. Will you please call it the Brisby's sloppy wiener deliciousness? Because that's the name on the menu. So please, let's keep it appropriate and call it that. And so, but as I was walking away, it took 2 hands to carry this thing. And I had just a smile from ear to ear. And what that did and create was more smiles from everyone watching me carry my prize winning sloppy wiener of deliciousness across the grassy knolls of Magnus Veterans Foundation. And I just realized everyone is staring at my beautiful wiener. And that was, it's troublesome a little bit.
Of deliciousness. Let's just get that.
We love to have fun.
That was fun. That was a
Great
fun one.
event. Christina Dolan and the great organization of
Operation Zero.
thank you, Operation. I was going to say, there's so many. I was going to say Catch 22. I was going to say Till Zero. I was going to say all the zeros. I was going to say 2220. I mean, there's a lot of organizations out there, but this is Operation Zero, ran by the Valhalla Crew motorcycle group. And I should properly announce a motorcycle club. We don't want to get in trouble with any of the chapter representatives.
I worked really hard to make sure I kept that in order.
Um,
Clubs and associations and groups.
Yeah. Well, and that's a part of the world I used to be part of. And not that I can't be part of it anymore, but I'm sorry.
Sorry.
They're a little bit theatrical.
Yep. You can't say that stuff.
I can.
You're not supposed to.
I won't say what I want to say. How's that?
Okay, I have another question. And can I
Okay.
ask this in all fairness as if I'm sitting on a fence,
Okay.
watching people argue.
Mhm.
I'm watching people argue, and I'm watching people poke. And I don't even hardly go on social media. Yet I see this. And there are a lot of pokes about canceling what are they, the late night talk hosts or whatever they're called.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
I know, but here's my question, because they keep the people who on both sides who are arguing this piece keep calling it an invasion of free speech. And it could very well be. It could be business. Could very well be timing. Timing.
Can I go ahead, Frank?
It is free speech. He was allowed to say it. What
Yeah.
happened was businesses have the ability to release people that aren't in line with what they believe in or what they think is good for the show. So he
Right.
was suspended because he said something that the people in charge obviously thought was inappropriate. And there's hundreds of people that were fired because they joked about
Yeah.
the murder. And they learn an important lesson. you have free speech. You say whatever you want, except, you can't yell fire in the theater or anything.
That's
But say
called
whatever you want. But you got to be ready
Yep.
to suffer the consequences if you work for a company that thinks that's not okay.
that's called FAFO.
Yeah.
FAFO.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but so as these arguments go back and forth, and there never seems to be an end. I spinning through after school today, and I see someone say, "Oh yeah, the cancel culture, they can't," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, was it just 3 years ago that someone canceled a leading figure from Twitter and?"
Well, what
TikTok?
about in our world? They canceled Topher's song, "The Patriot," which we might just have to play today.
Yeah.
Canceled Topher's "The Patriot" because of, and he's not associated, related, or even part of,
No.
but January 6th. And they canceled him. Okay, now it goes. Here's the deal. I don't care what anyone says. TV night shows, go say what you want to say. I don't get it. I don't get all the pieces, because you can go on SNL and you can pretty much say anything you want to, and they're doing okay. Back in the day, the TV show The Office, tell me they didn't say, and that was all scripted stuff. So they can say pretty much anything and everything. And you just got to be prepared. Own who you are, say what you want to say, and at the end of the day, you got to live by your choices. Now, there might be a day where you say something that ticks somebody off, and if they are a boss and they say, "You're gonzos," then you know what? That FAFO. Now, there's a lot of hypocrisy in this conversation, because apparently said person went after another influencer several years ago who was canceled based on their thoughts and opinions and ideas. And then again, there's another TV show that is aired on other channels right now that might be very opinionated, one side or the other. Here's the deal. I get disgusted by watching some of the conversations on both sides of the aisle. I'm tired and I'm bored of it. And it's like, I had a very deep conversation with Andrea Eichmann this last week in the morning about messaging, about conversation, about being real, about doing better and being better, which has been our theme from the very start. And again, I think that we are, the higher pinnacle of life? No, I don't think. I think we're just good people doing good things. And I'm going to celebrate good people doing good things. And sometimes we even get a little nuance in our mix where, "Oh, you're just doing this to get recognition." No, I'm not. I don't care. What I want to do is to recognize that we don't do enough, so y'all can lay your big fat heads on the pillows of freedom, not knowing or realizing how you got it in the first place, so you can run your mouth how you want to, when you want to, where you want to. And for the most part, you're not going to lose your job about it. No, you go to the wrong place in space and you might have to dance a little dance and find your way walking out the door. Hope the door doesn't hit you fast enough.
Well, they're finding out that what a lot of people already knew, social media is a double-edged sword. And it's great for getting your opinion out. It's also not so great because everybody sees it. And if it's something bad, it can get back to your boss. And there's more at-will states in our country than not. In an at-will state, your boss can fire you for anything. I mean, whatever they want. And that's just the way business is. It's not a fun place sometimes.
Well, and
We deal with this as educators. I wouldn't say regularly, but I mean, yes, you can run into problems if you're not aligning with someone's opinion about where you. Now, I don't understand it because sometimes you got people holding a glass of wine at a wedding event and they're getting canned, and then you got other people that are like, pass out into the toilet and they get a. So I'm not the police of that. I don't care. Again, I try to keep our stuff positive. I used to make announcements when we would come into a community or town that, hey, I'm at so-and-so, just so people can come visit us and see us. And a lot of times it happens to be an establishment with that might be serving adult beverages. And I had an administrator come to me and said, why are you always posting about being at so-and-so's? I'm like, you really think that's what this is about? I go, why don't you take the big picture of what is on our channels instead of someone wanted to complain about whether I'm showing up at the Greasy Spoon or whatever. So it is what it. Did you get your questions answered, Eichmann?
well, I just wanted to know why it didn't work both ways, really. Like,
I think it does. And I don't think people like it when it does.
It was like they're brand new. Like they don't even remember that this was a short time ago that they were, was going the other way and they were complaining the other way. And so anyway, that was it. I just, because I'm a watcher, I sometimes get frustrated by those who
It's kind of creepy, Eichmann.
I guess if you're a listener and you're always listening to what people are saying, and then one time they're saying this because it benefits them, but then they're saying this because it's against somebody, like like, oh, don't hurt my feelings by saying that, but oh, I'm gonna say this to hurt your feelings. I guess that's kind of what I'm looking at.
I just do whatever Frank does. That's what I do.
I do what Frank does.
I follow a great old Polish saying, not my circus, not my monkeys.
I freaking love that one.
I don't think you can say that anymore, buddy. Sorry.
Well, I'll have to do it in Polish then, so nobody will know what it is.
I just don't think you can't. There's so many things you just can't say anymore.
Yeah, well.
I mean, not my circus, not my clowns. I mean, and you're going to offend someone with that as well.
That's not the same.
Why?
Well, it's a Polish saying from centuries ago. I mean, I'm sure they didn't really have any issue when it came out.
Well,
But
maybe.
if somebody is offended by it, they can tell me and I won't say it to them.
I'm not the police of any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Frank, tell us about the music last night, brother.
Oh, we had a great music guest, Copperhead Jones, and this guy is really good at what he does, and hopefully he'll be doing it as a regular job in the future. But he uses his experience when he comes up and he makes songs. He's a resident of Florida, and he's also lives in Texas now. And he was in the Navy, so he's been all around the world, part of an expeditionary unit. And he does admit that it's very cool to hear his own songs and his own voice on the show and the radio. And that's part of being a musician. That's one of the things you look forward to. And he also will have his third album coming out soon. And the best part is he puts his music on CDs. I love him. And the first song he played was called Anchor. And I really like this one. It's a song that related to his service journey and how he found support and ways to deal with scars that were a result of things he did and saw during his service. And that was a good one. Well, they're all good. And the second song he shared was called It Don't Work Like That. And this one was about heartbreak. And it made me kind of think of my past marriage, my second marriage. I have to make sure I identify, because my daughter from my first marriage said I need to make sure I'm not talking about her mom. And then the last song that he played was called Leaving This Town. And he just let it speak for itself. So he just played the music, and it was also a great song. And it reminded me of when I joined the Army. I mean, I left Chicago and I never really went back except for ceremonies and weddings and things like that. But all great songs. I'm looking forward to getting the CDs.
He was a blessing. His songs hit differently than most of, I don't want to say most. And again, there is not a dud on WeP3 radio when it comes to, now I'm going to be honest. Here's my transparency. There is one song that when it comes on, I don't know that I want, I've heard it too much. And I don't know why. Maybe it's the time of day, but there's one song that we have that I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's that one. And it is what it is. I mean, I think we all get that little, but we have over 200 musicians on WeP3 radio now. A cool part about Copperhead Jones is that he actually has the most content on our radio as of recent, because of he did his job. I mean, he wanted his catalog on there, and we like that. We do that, and so amongst the thousands plus songs we have that are written by veterans and first responders, 29 of them are written by Copperhead Jones.
I like the fact that he seemed happily surprised at hearing that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he is. I think it gives an opportunity. I also loved his response to the question, "What's it like hearing your music?" And he's like, that's the proud papa moments, and it's eerie, even when we're playing WeP3 radio, and we had the chance at this last a couple events to air our radio station on the public announcement speakers, and it's eerie, even because I have such a small part of it. I don't take part of the music part of it, other than loading it, getting it up, making sure it's all cataloged correctly. But some of the advertisements are my voice in that, and it's just like, we've put together a great product, a great package, and it's the only one like it in the entire country, and no one can say they've done what we've done at this time. And I know that there's people trying to do what we've done, and that's okay. I celebrate every chance to share the amazing word, message, music, content of our veteran and first responder musicians, so that they can get their stuff out for the rest of the world to hear and see. So if you get a chance, get out there and listen to WeP3 radio. All you got to do is go do any kind of browser search and type in WeP3 radio, and it's the first one that pops up on all of them, because again, we're the only one with that branding. We don't pay extra for SEO and any of that stuff, which is kind of fun. It's that one out there. So do you want to talk any more about Reads Across America, Miss Eichmann?
No, I wanted to talk a little bit about our friend Lone Rider, Rob.
Do it.
Yeah, I did. I want to talk about Rob. So I met Rob. Gosh, has it been 4 years ago?
It was early on. It was early.
And I saw these videos popping up, and this gentleman was sharing videos of people he had met along his daily life, walks, whatever he was doing. He's a motorcycle as well, that he'd be out on a motorcycle and come across people. And during these videos, not only was he making friends and shaking hands, but he always had a coin that he would share with these people. And the story with it, he understood the value of a coin in the military and first responder world, and what it could bring and the connections that could be made. He did share a lot with me that he didn't necessarily say during the show last night. One part was not verbatim, but one part was about how, you know, his dad was a veteran. He's had friends that have served, his brother. And he said there's a bond that comes from serving and having served that is understood by only those who have served. And he said they don't let civilians into that bond because we don't know. We don't know. We haven't been there. We didn't put a uniform on with expectations and no hesitations. And he said, and I've been blessed because so many of them consider me now a brother. And that term is a term he doesn't take lightly, because it just is, because he is who he is. He's got this empathic personality. He, very nice, very loving, very kind, but he's a listener. We had that conversation about being listeners as well. And he said, you know, there's no judgment. Yeah, there's a lot of thanks that I give. Wherever you are in your life right now is where you are. So again, no judgment. Anyway, so he's out in the world. His mission is to thank every single person who has served, first responder, military. It's an honor for him to meet them, to thank them, and get to shake their hands, to listen to their stories, to hear their hurts, to hear their blessings and victories and glories. He's got a million stories. He said a number last night. Was it like, I don't want to short. I have 11,000 and I have 18,000 in my head, and I don't know.
I thought it was 11, but I'm not.
11. That's a lot of coins. That's a lot of coins that he has made and gives away. And so he also talked about an event. It's a festival called Amber Waves of Grain, and he's got a friend. I forget the name of the beer. Is it Amber Waves of Grain? Is that the name of the beer brewery? But November 1st in Corona, California at Dos Lagos is this festival for Amber Waves of Grain, which encompasses military service members and pays them honor. So they always donate back to people that support and groups that support our military. So just a cool, self-admittedly right off the bat, not a veteran, not currently, didn't serve, but just wants to give them. He's heard all the controversial, I don't need to be thanked, I was doing my job, I don't like to hear thank you. We've heard, I mean, some military people do accept the thank you and, you know, thank you back, and much appreciated, and some don't want to hear it at all. And he's heard all those stories and continues to thank everyone that he meets. So
it's the Amber Waves of Grain Craft Beer Festival. So there are more than one breweries involved with that event.
Very good.
And so, but it says right here that the goal is to take care and help support veterans and first responders across the country.
Love it.
As a fundraiser.
Yeah, he was pretty. And who doesn't like beer? I mean, there's some people.
Who likes that?
There are some who don't like beer. I just wanted to thank people who stopped. Oh my gosh, I just lost my studio. Whoa. Who stopped by last weekend to see us and donate for Wreaths Across America. We sat there all the live long day and got some donations, I just was checking our wreath order inventory. And so thank you to all those who donated and or went and ordered wreaths. Our numbers are growing. It's a slow, steady climb, but they are growing. We will be continuing to talk about having you join us to sponsor wreaths and help us fill Fort Snelling. There's only one national cemetery that gets filled appropriately. Fully covered is Arlington National Cemetery. How do you not, right? It was the first. Marl, Worcester had a high regard for people laid to rest at Arlington. That's where the whole tradition started. And so they do get fully covered. We don't here at Fort Snelling. We would love to. And so we ask for everybody's help. It's $17. A wreath is $17. Could you help us honor and remember those laid to rest at Fort Snelling by sponsoring a $17 wreath? Thank you. And if you didn't catch that, I'm totally rehearsing for this little ad that I have to do and send to Luke. That's why the background. That's why. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I think I got it down. I'll be doing that later tonight.
I noticed you had some advertisement pieces in here in our studio so we'll put that up there real quick.
Thank you.
Wreaths Across America, a great organization doing great things to honor, to remember, and to teach about the men and women that let us lay our big fat heads on the pillows of freedom every day.
Oh, man. And they love when you say that. I love it.
I know it.
I do love it. You guys can catch a good show next weekend as well. We met our guest. I think you met him before I did, Peterson, at some event. We have got Oakland McCullough or McCulloch?
McCall.
Colonel, by the way.
Colonel retired.
Retired, thank you. Is he the guy that was at the MACV with us?
No.
Okay, I don't know why I was thinking that. And then we also have music with Mr. Joshua Martin, who I listened to a song just last night or the night before. I think he's going to be fun. I think his bio is interesting, and he's got a lot to share as well. So come join us at 1800 Central Time to meet these amazing new guests on Sunday, the 21st of September. It's going to be, wait. It's going to be the 28th of September, and it's going to be episode 272. But,
Oh, there's an error on that, isn't there?
Yeah, sometimes we get in a hurry.
Jeez, it's even worse because I was just going to say, it's almost the month that starts with O. And that's even worse because that means it's like 2 days away then. Yeah.
Yeah, we're 10 days away from that right now. And 9, I suppose.
What do you think? We did talk about Topher, but maybe we should play Anchor.
Oh, I loved the Anchor song. Yeah, we should. Are we closing with that?
What do you think, Frank? Paper, rock, scissors?
Oh.
Anchor.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of stuff and events coming up, a lot of conversations happening, folks. If you want to be or have any time, talent, or treasure, we could use you. Our buckets are running over, which is good. But at the same time, we don't get to pay attention to all the things we want to pay attention to. So if we got people out there listening who want to be part of an amazing mission to help and give back, continue the mission, or to be part of a mission that you've never been involved with, we got some answers and solutions for all that. And with that said, we are going to end this debrief and go put our pants back on. I'm going to go eat a sloppy wiener deliciousness. If I can find one. Can't find one probably. But this is Mr. Copperhead Jones with anchor. Patriot Pride. Oh, split that up.
Nice.
Patriot Pride. And remember to check your 6.
Why do we stay lost at sea, never seeing a clear horizon ahead? My thoughts turn to sadness. How do I stop this madness? As waves build and swell around my head, why does the boredom set in? Never knowing what will end. My thoughts turn to sadness. How do I stop this madness? As the waves break and crash within my head, another lost sailor carrying an anchor, chained to every thought. Another lost sailor carrying an anchor. It's not difficult, but it shouldn't be this hard. How did I get found at sea with a new course ahead? My thoughts still turn to sadness, but there is no more madness. As the waves slowly calm within my head, I've learned to sail to another voice. I've learned to sail for another choice. The winds will come, the tides will show. The way to be happy is to make others so. Another lost sailor carrying an anchor, chained to every thought. Another lost sailor carrying an anchor. It's not difficult, but it shouldn't be this hard. Just another lost sailor carrying an anchor from memories I'll never forget. Another lost sailor carrying an anchor, always treading water, but never getting wet.